Hey, listen, I don't want to say it because, there is a all-out onslaught against me right now for simply linking one terrible thing from a school with the most terrible thing from the school to a friend in a reply tweet, talking shit to a friend.
Yes. Right.
And I do apologize if some people took that in a different way and then spun it in their own narrative to offend a bunch of other people and then kind of did that whole thing. I was simply talking shit to my friend. But does it feel like Michigan State alum are trying to silence some media whenever they acknowledge that Larry Nassar, one of the most horrible humans ever of all time?
Yeah.
He was at Michigan State 14 years.
Long time.
So that's not really a part of the story. They kind of created, empowered, and so if that's going to get us canceled, when we get,
Foxy knew. Just wait.
We're in trouble.
Oh, it's going to get loud.
Loud.
It is going to. I was thinking that yesterday as I was reading this thing. People were, you need to delete this and apologize. I'm like, why?
Well, it seems that at some point, the woke mob is going to come after everybody. They went after Pat McAfee for a joke that he made with one of his friends, one of the guys on sets, one of the guys that works with him. He was teasing him. The guy went to Michigan State and he made fun of the new jerseys, the horrendous new jerseys, actually the new uniforms that MSU decided they were going to debut. He was a little bit off color, but cancel him because of what he said? It's absolutely ridiculous. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that he's coming in with the big $85 million contract at ESPN, while some of their favorite talking heads got the boot. But nonetheless, they were out in full force and they went after Pat McAfee. Let's see what happened. Here was a story about it. It says ESPN's Pat McAfee blasted for insensitive Larry Nassar tweet. And it wasn't really a big tweet. It was just something he and his friend were joking. I guess he did it in public. People saw it and they decided they were going to bitch about it. So all over, everywhere, people are talking about the insensitive tweet that Pat McAfee put up. So what was this insensitive tweet? Now, if you blink, you might miss it. So here, Evan Fox, who actually works with Pat McAfee, if you hover over his bio here, his bio says he is all things video for the Pat McAfee show. Okay, so understand, this is someone he knows, a friend of his who went to Michigan State. This guy decides to post their new uniforms, which I hope they never wear. It says, I still can't believe Michigan State thought it was okay to roll out these uniforms. So that's Michigan State in their new uniforms, looking like lemons, looking worse than even Oregon looks, and that's what they decided they were going to put out as their new uniforms. To which Pat McAfee just simply replied with 6 words, I think Nassar was in on the design team actually. That's all he said. 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 7. I think Nassar was in on the design team actually. The problem with that is if you don't know who Larry Nassar is, he was the gymnastic coach that abused a bunch of the athletes, and then last month or so he was shanked in prison, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. But that's not enough for the woke mob. They feel they have to come for you. They have to sick the dogs on you. And here they come, marching in dutifully to try and take down Pat McAfee. Here's a tweet. It's just so refreshing to know that media companies like ESPN would rather employ clowns and clickbait artists, everybody calls everybody clickbait online, like McAfee, than actual talented writers and reporters with integrity. Yeah, we've seen a lot of people in the media with integrity lately, haven't we? No, that's a joke. That's satire. We don't see a lot of people in the media with so-called integrity. But nonetheless, they're coming after him. Check out this one. This guy says ESPN fired people to clear money for this guy because, he couldn't possibly have just been playing around with his buddies. He said something so egregious that the woke mob has to come and take him down. Let's look at another. So this one just got me. When I prayed on Pat McAfee's downfall, I didn't expect it to come from a joke, in quotation marks, about sexual assault on 265 women, including kids. So she's, this Miss Molly here, she's all ticked off because he made a joke about the guy. How many jokes have you seen about Epstein or this guy or Jeffrey Dahmer? It's a joke, people. He was talking to somebody that he knows. Why is everybody so offended by everything? I am so over it. Let's look at another one. And this one, the guy says, it's just insane that this tweet hasn't been deleted yet. Deleted by who? Who's supposed to delete it? Pat McAfee said, I'm not deleting anything. Get over yourselves. Enough already. What is wrong with these people? And they feel that Twitter, now X, is a platform for them to go and attack people. God knows I'm attacked all the time because of the stuff I say about the Miami Dolphins. I don't care. I don't listen to you people. You people are vermin. You come after people on Twitter and expect to shut them down because you don't like what they have to say. Pat McAfee, if you don't like him, don't watch. It's that simple. If you don't like what Pat McAfee and his crew do, don't watch. Turn them off. If you think that for some reason he made an off-color joke and that he should be canceled, fired because of a joke on X, it's getting used to saying X instead of Twitter is kind of weird, but because of a joke he posted to a friend of his, you're going to go out there now and try to get this guy's contract nullified? Maybe it's Disney. Maybe Disney's trying to get away with having to pay him $85 million since the company is tanking. I don't know where these people come from. I don't know from what rock they push aside, but enough is enough. I don't need it in politics. I don't need it in sports, and I definitely don't need it in the media. I don't like this entire mob thing where people go after people because of something they say online. It's really simple. If you don't like what somebody had to say in a tweet or an X rather, just keep scrolling. If you don't like what he says on his show, don't watch. You're not the audience. He doesn't care if you turn him off because he's not for you. I do the same thing with my stuff all the time. People on Twitter are always asking me, Barry, you got to stop saying that. You're going to lose viewers on YouTube. No, the nuts on Twitter aren't my audience. I know who my audience is. My audience is people who want to look at football objectively and have discussions and fun about it. They don't bleed aqua. Pat McAfee, he knows his audience and the bro culture of sports and what he has. And he has a good time. He has fun. He's revolutionized sports broadcasting. I know a lot of people don't like it, but too bad. Get over it. Enough already. He is what he is. You don't like it, turn the channel. And you know what else? Larry Nassar's dead. Larry Nassar's not going to be offended. He's dead, gone, shanked in prison, deservedly so. So get over yourselves. Stop trying to cancel people. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. See ya.